Doing that one thing alone saved me £50 a month. Hi everyone, Chris Simcox here. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can save money while you're a tramper driver living on the road. I'm going to be sharing with you the various driving jobs I did in my 9-year career as a HGV driver from the age of 23 up to the age of 32 when I left my job in July of this year. I'll then be sharing with you the 3 main things I did that took my spending from £250 a month down to just £100 a month. Then at the end of the video, I've got 3 bonus tips that I want to share with you that really helped me out, so make sure you watch to the end to find out what they are. So let's start things off then with a brief history of my lorry driving career. When I first passed my test, no one would take me on with having 0 experience, and at the time there was not really many jobs going anyway. However, after getting in touch with Driver Hire based in Sheffield, I was able to land my first driving job delivering fresh foods to schools with a Mercedes Sprinter van. This was then followed by a job at MKM Building Supplies based in Sheffield, driving a transit van flatbed doing local building material deliveries. After that, I was able to move up and go on to a 7.5 tonner making deliveries at Benson's for Beds. After a few months there, I got in with a company driving a Class 2 rigid lorry with a flatbed and a lorry mounted crane. That job was fitting drive-through signs at McDonald's, as well as other things such as petrol station gantry signs. If you've seen the big McDonald's M sign just off junction 29A of the M1, that was me. After that, I moved on to driving articulated lorries, where my cousin got me a job at what was then known as Seafield Logistics in Worksop. I've also done shop deliveries for the likes of Asda, One Stop, Sports Direct, and so on. UPS, based up at Shawcross in Dewsbury, was actually the first tramping job I got, and I was there for 4 years. I then moved on to DHL at their British Gypsum depot in Barrow-upon-Soar, and that was then taken over by XPO Logistics. What isn't these days? I then ended my HGV driving career July 13th of this year, after I've been able to save up enough money to live comfortably and not worry about paying bills. I now make money in other ways which I talk about on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date with new methods I have of making money online, make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. I'll leave some links at the end of this video if stuff like that interests you. Now you know about my varied driving career, I'm going to share with you the 3 main things I did to save all this money. In no particular order, number 1 was to stop buying food from motorway services. That's obvious to a lot of people, but this was something I was doing when I first started tramping, and I didn't realise how much I was getting ripped off. To show you just how much you can save by stop doing this, here's a few examples that I'm going to put up on the screen now. A 2-litre bottle of water from Tesco is 17 pence, when you compare that to a 500ml bottle from a Services, which is now £2.50. So that's the equivalent of paying £10 for something you can get for 17p from the supermarket. Then if you look at crisps, you're talking 19p a pack from Amazon compared to Services that charge you £1 a pack. Moving on to chocolate, 17p a bar you can get it for at Amazon, and Services, again, you're looking at around £1 for a bar. I've left links down in the description below if you're interested in checking those out, and I do earn a small commission for any purchases you make after you click those links, and I really appreciate the support if you go ahead and do that. Number 2 on the list, which helped me save money, was buying a 24-volt fridge and a 12-volt kettle. Again, an obvious one for some people, but I'm going to show you examples here of how much you can save from that as well. By having your own kettle, you can enjoy a lovely brew in the morning without needing to remortgage your house. Doing that one thing alone saved me £50 a month. That's because when you buy a coffee at £2.50 every day for 4 weeks, you're spending £50 in the month. Comparing that to with your own kettle, and you're looking at 5 pence cost for a cup of coffee, which works out at £1 a month. Having the fridge meant I could take pre-made meals prepared over the weekend and stop buying that motorway services food. Which brings me on to number 3. You should invest in food containers and prepare your meals at the weekend. This was the single largest thing I did, which saved me money each month. Taking my daily spend from nearly £15 a day right down to £5 a day. I've left a link below for a set of 24 glass sealed containers for just £31. To give you an idea of what you can take with you and save money, I was having Aldi's own brand bran flakes for breakfast. I would then make my own ham and cheese sandwich in the lorry, and I would also take beef and pasta with a bit of sauce in there for dinners. You can obviously switch that up and vary everything round, but whatever you do, it's still going to cut your costs down massively. By doing this, I saved £1,800 in a year. Onto the bonus part of the video then, and tip number 1 is going to be to download an app from latestdeals.co.uk. This app compares prices from all the supermarkets, so if there's products that you regularly buy each week, you can find out where you can go to get them at the best price. Number 2, which again is something that's probably obvious for a lot of people, but isn't something I did straight away, is once you've bought the 2-litre bottles for your water each week, just refill them with tap water. Not only is that better for the environment and saving plastic, but it's also better for your wallet. Finally, those of you with a BP fuel card, if you go to Moto Services, every 100 litres of diesel that you put in the truck, you're going to earn yourself 50p to go towards getting you free food and drink. These soon mount up, and before you know it, you can have £10 of vouchers for free food. That's going to do it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please drop a like below, it really helps me out, and comment below with any advice or tips you've got for other drivers in ways to save money. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.